Well, if it isn't episode number 62 of The Road to Glory, how you doing, guys? It is Lasty here. And welcome back to a new episode of the RTG. Today, we are going to be playing some weekend league games. I was itching to play a bit of FIFA with my new strike force. We got that upgraded Heung-min Son. I know his price completely fell through the floor and we paid way more than we should have. But at the time, it was a good price. And in hindsight, obviously, I would have perhaps waited somewhat. But don't forget, this recording is like Sunday's footage when he still had a relatively high price, and I wanted to play him in the weekend league, so it was only on late Sunday night and on Monday that of course his price started to drop. Now we built a second Premier League side, a cheap one I guess you could say, featuring some players from our other team, and also I bought like 4 players. I think I bought Zuma, I bought Clichy, I bought Koyate, and I bought Musa. So cheap players. Rather than using our main Prem team, this one right here, over and over and wasting my squad fitness cards, I spent like 4,000 coins on 4 players that I could rotate. Means I could rotate the team and use just a couple of individual fitness cards. So I thought that was a more profitable option. I could sell the other players at the end and we're back to where we started. Probably profited actually. First game was against Red 88 Harry Kane. So I knew this guy obviously at least gets 67 wins in a month on FUT Champions. And of course that means that he is a seasoned player of the game. So I knew we were in for a tough game. Heung-min Son on his debut was getting the ball quite nicely, but he wasn't really the guy making the final touches and getting that assist or the goal. But he played a lovely ball through to Dele Alli, or someone did anyway, and Dele Alli strikes it on his weak foot, solidifying why I friggin' love this guy at Cam. Eriksen had the 5-star weak foot, Dele Alli's got 3. Tell me that shot is a 3-star weak foot shot. It's just not. He's ridiculously good. And then I thought, you know what, it was Sunday. It was like mid-afternoon on Sunday. People start to rush, you know, they get a little bit nervous when FUT Champions is coming to an end. They've got loads of games left. They get a bit stressed. If you go 1 or 2-0 up, I tried the method that my opponent did to me last week when he had a super team and scored loads and loads of goals against me, which is just pause it, just to see if they want to quit. First opponent, quits. What? So on a Sunday, I don't know if it happens to me all the time. Whenever I concede a goal on FUT Champions, I think people just pause it. I guess they give you the opportunity to quit. Either that or they're changing their formation around and doing all this sort of stuff. So I thought, you know what, we'll give it a go, see if it works. And it literally worked in the first game. Okay, so we get our first win on the board, which is great. 2-0 up in the second half and he quit. Going in on into the next game then with our slightly lesser team, and we come up against a pretty good team. Lots of Man United players in there. He's obviously got the Martial, well, loads of players that you know you're going to face all weekend long. There's just so many players that everyone's using the same. You know, we're the same. The Smallings, the Baillies, the Kantes, the Martial. Oh, the Musa. I tell you what, if that had gone in right there, I would have been pissed. But it didn't, fortunately for us. And we get quite lucky here with a Musa attempt, but it just goes to show that I friggin' hate him. He's actually terrible. I really dislike him. I struggle against him when I play against him, but when I'm trying to use him, my god, is he terrible. But Kante has enough power somehow on that shot to stick that ball into the back of the net, and we do go 1-0 up. And at halftime, it is 1-0. We're dominating this game, as you can see. I was really holding possession well, which made me very happy because I like doing that on the game. I brought on my 2 non-Premier League players that you could have in this weekend league, which for me was Matuidi and Griezmann. Griezmann gets through, takes the shot, but that is straight at Begovic. That one's not going to do much. However, some good pass and move here. Gets the ball through to Martial, but Smalling absolutely wiped out Griezmann there. And the referee decides, you know what, mate, you're getting sent off. I've had enough of seeing you in every single game this weekend league, so I'm going to get rid of you. So thank you to that ref for doing that for me. Lloris comes in clutch here, and then this guy starts to slide all over the place. Fernandinho spots an open Griezmann there, back post. Yes, into that corner. And what are we going to do here? We're 2-0 up. We're going to go ahead and hit that pause button to see if it works. Is it going to work? Oh my god, yes. 2 rage quits in a row on FUT Champions Weekend League. It literally just goes to show you. I don't think this would work on a Friday or a Saturday, even a Sunday morning. People have got loads of time to complete the rest of their stuff. But on a Sunday afternoon where people have got like 20 games remaining or something, they want to get through as many as they can. If you're 2-0 down and maybe it's the second half or something, it's unlikely that you're going to end up, you know, actually winning. So you might as well just quit and move on to the next one. I guess that's the mentality behind it. But we go into our third match. Another nice team. This guy has got Dele Alli. He's also got Jamie Vardy, who is another one of my kryptonite players. Aguero whips this one into Kyle Walker, who manages to get a header back post there across the goal to put us 1-0 up in this particular game after just 11 minutes. So sometimes I decide not to pause it. I don't want to be a dick all the time. And I don't even know if it's being a dick. I don't know. I probably said it was being a dick when the guy did it to me last week, but I actually found it funny, and I messaged him saying I found it funny. But Aguero gets through here. Can he slot this one home? Of course he can. It's Sergio Aguero. The guy is clinical. He has been an amazing striker for us. I'm glad we ended up keeping him and getting lucky enough to be able to buy Son at the same time rather than selling Aguero for Son, because you'll notice so far Son's really not in the action. We get a third goal with Aguero right here, and I do decide, I think, to pause this one. Can we make it 3 out of 3? Yes, we can. He decides to quit as well. I mean, that's a kind of a given. 3-0 down after 25 minutes. I would be surprised if you didn't quit then, just because there's not really much getting back into that game at that point in time, and you probably, like I said, got loads more weekend league to play, and we'd completely dominated, loads of possession. He hadn't had a shot, so fair play. If I was in that situation, I would probably quit as well at that point in time. Maybe just dashboard so my players don't lose fitness, because I wouldn't be afraid to do that on this account. I know that I'm not going to get through 40 games, so maybe if we can just try and get to the games that we're going to win and not waste time in the ones that we're going to lose, that's the right thing to do. People have this mentality of the weekend league being, oh, you have to give it your all for 40 games. If you don't have the time or the inkling to do so, you don't really have to. It's just a good coin maker for those of us that have got a few hours spare at the weekend to play the tournament. So, or play the league, should I say. We push through with Kante right here. Ball is into Musa to Clichy on his weak foot. What? That's a solid strike from the Frenchman. I was not expecting that. I didn't even realise it was Clichy on the edge of the box. I was hoping it would be one of my midfielders. But why would it need to be? Because he's just shown you that he's a super clinical player. Martial taps this one wide of the post. I was a little bit disappointed with Martial, actually. He wasn't really doing much. That strike partnership of him and Musa in this second team just wasn't really cutting it. Wasn't enjoying it so much. Rashford plays it into Rooney, who on the outside of his boot sticks a lovely ball into the back of the net. That right there instantly made me think, you know what, should we switch out Yaya Toure for Wayne Rooney at centre mid? I just feel like Wayne Rooney has got that long shot that pretty much always goes in. Does Yaya have that? Is Wayne Rooney a good CM option? Like, what do we do? Do we just keep Yaya? Because I've been enjoying him, but is Rooney a better option? I'm not sure. We get quite lucky to get a second goal in that situation right there. It was sort of, it came out from the keeper or deflected off the post or something. Martial manages to get the header above to get that goal. Martial then turns the defender, cuts it back, spots a little pass to Fernandinho, plays it back to Dele Alli. I mean, look at all the bubbles and shit that we're getting here. That right there is just completely gone for us. I tweeted yesterday that you notice more of the bullshit in the game when you're losing. But I didn't really think at the time, oh my god, we've just got insanely lucky. But really, we just had got insanely lucky. So you just notice more stuff when you're losing the game, of course. So in this particular game, my opponent definitely didn't want to quit because he was quite a good player and he was definitely getting back into it in the later stages. You know, that was 2 attempts right there that could have easily been a goal. Rooney could have easily stuck it in, or we could have easily given away a penalty right there and he would have been straight back in the game. So eventually we do win 3 goals to 1, yeah. So a solid performance from my guys, and that one went all the way to the end of the 90 minutes, which is good, of course. So we're now 4-0. What? This is like unheard of territory for me. The 40-40 dream is alive, and we could do it. You know, we could still do it at this point in time. So, of course, I switch teams back over again to my main Prem team, and we go in against this guy. He's got the likes of Pogba in this one. He's got the inform Andre Gray. Of course, he's got that Player of the Month, Dele Alli. He's been one that we're coming up against all the time here. We've got him as well, of course. Great player. And I'm pretty sure he costs like 80k, and then you get rewards, so why wouldn't you do that? If you haven't done it already, maybe you should go and do it. if you like using Prem players anyway. We go 1-0 up here with Aguero. That was a cheeky little dink off the post. I thought that one was going wide. This guy was superb on the ball, and we just countered him a couple of times. The first time we managed to score. Second time we didn't quite get through because he took me out and got a yellow card. I play it to Dembele here. Son smacks it just wide of the post. He's yet to unlock or open his account for our ultimate team here. So he's been very quiet so far. I'm not too happy about that. Son plays it into Dele Alli though, who spots an open Kante, just slots that one past the keeper, and we do go 2-0 up. And as you can see, we pause, but he'd basically already quit. So that guy was, I think that guy dashboarded. I think he was literally gone anyway. Like, you can't quit that quick after I pause it. So he was definitely going to be a goner. Someone that was obviously got loads of games left. To be fair, I think that guy probably could have easily got back into it. He was a solid player, and we definitely got lucky to get 2 goals kind of on the counter, and obviously that annoyed him. But we're 5-0 with 35 matches remaining, of course. So things are looking extremely solid. We go on into our next game, which is against a 4-3-2-1 side. He's got the likes of Bailly, Smalling, Butland, Walker. You know, we've got them as well. He's got Musa, he's got Martial. I think we're using them in this particular team because we've moved over to the cheaper version. And we have a couple of attempts here, which just nothing happens with them. What? I feel like something should have happened. We get a little bit of our own bullshit there. We slide tackle, make a great tackle, but it falls to Kante, who smashes that one in the back of the net. If you don't score from there, yeah, there's something wrong with you, because that was a gifted opportunity. But he got himself into the original position, so I was okay with it. He scored a fantastic goal with Martial right there. Long shot City, really. Willian takes one and scores another one in the mid-second half. I was getting done over by someone who was an exceptionally good player. I remember thinking at the time, things aren't going my way. He's getting through. He's scoring every opportunity. Mine are hitting off the post, or the bobbles are going for him. But just like that game before, I feel like we were getting our slice of luck, but this particular game we didn't, and the other games we did. So it all literally is swings and roundabouts. So it all evens itself out, but we get brought straight back down to earth with a 4-0 defeat there. But I didn't quit. I stuck the game out to get the match coins and stuff, and then we went on to another game with our main team. I feel like Kante should score that. He was in that situation like the opponent was in the last game, where I said if you don't score, you're terrible. He scores with Mane. It got deflected off Chris Smalling, pushing it onto the post. I guess that's why Butland wasn't able to save that one. And I feel like Aguero probably should have netted there, if only for Courtois running out to help this guy manage to stop it, really. So there were plenty of attempts from each team. How a long shot, a cross goal, excuse me, from Kante goes in, I will never know. I will literally never know. He's not got shooting stats. So, yeah, half-time stats, we're kind of bossing it. More shots, more possession. It's our game. We can get back into this. We can do it. We get it through to Aguero, who does score in the 73rd minute. We are back in this game. There is still time as well. We can turn this one around. See, we decided not to give up. I can tell if there's an opponent that's going to smash me, or I can tell if there's an opponent that I could probably get back into the game. I thought that Yaya shot had gone in right there. And then all of a sudden I was playing the ball around and the 90th minute whistle went. And I was like, shit. I didn't even realise we scored in the 73rd and we were in that latter stage of the game. It went so quick and we ended up losing. So we're now 5 wins and 2 losses. That's where I'm going to end it here. That was going to be the end of my weekend league run, because my target is just to get 5 wins, to get that 7,500 coins, to get the 25k pack, because it's useful, you know, like 5 wins, we got that in the first 5 games, and to get those rewards is pretty cool actually. But then later on that evening I decided to play some more. You'll see those games in the next episode. I think I play, like, I don't even know how many more games, but I play another batch of games, and you'll see how I get on in there. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, please don't forget to smash a thumbs up on it, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.